Hello, hello, and welcome back to Faith, Feathers, and Fur. This week was definitely an interesting one when out of nowhere, a fox came charging straight for our little hen. But what happened next completely stunned me. But before I get into that story, let's go ahead and start with how the week unfolded. This week has been a scorcher. While the water had looked really refreshing rolling in, we were feeling the heat. And here's Lincoln laying in front of the fan, looking completely wiped out. But don't worry, he's just fine. He's just enjoying his own personal air conditioner. Even Oak needed some cooling off in her crate, and the little chicks are learning early what it means to love a fan. While the dogs had all played down in the water, Skok and Mason decided that the horses' water trough was their own personal swimming pool. Needless to say, we had to dump and refill it afterward, but they thought it was all worth it, and so do I. The flock all found their shady spots and stayed cool that way. They decided that the crate time and fan time was definitely top on their list of best spots. While Princess and Suzuki were enjoying their food, the chickens, of course, had to try and come in and sneak some bites. They can't miss out on what they're getting. I mean, look how amazing it is. They're so funny. They crack me up. But little Princess is not having any of it. She says this is her food, and she's going to enjoy every bit of it. And as always, you see little Ziva in the background there, sharing Suzuki's food with him. She is so funny. She totally is convinced she is one of the dogs. And I think secretly, the dogs feel the same. Meanwhile, the rest of them decided that it was a great place to hang out on the logs and stay cool in the shade. And here's Aragorn hanging out with his little mini version of him. Though this little chick's name is Blanche, she is just adorable, and we just love her. And apparently so does Aragorn. Aren't they adorable? Now, not everything this week was lighthearted. Lincoln had a little accident and he broke one of the wing feathers, one of those heavy bleeders. He didn't look too great in the moment, but with a lot of cornstarch, pressure, and some rest, we were able to get the bleeding to stop, and I'm thankful to say he's doing much better now. This here is Nicodemus. He is in the flock of 4, which is pictured right here. And from left to right, we have Keturah, Nicodemus, Elisha, and Meshach. And the big story of the week is when danger showed up. Out of nowhere, a fox showed up and was headed straight for Keturah. Before I could even react, Nicodemus jumped straight into action, jumping up and grabbing this fox in the face, scaring the fox enough where it stumbled back a few steps and paused and looked like, what just happened? Which gave us just enough time for me to start screaming, for the dogs to come running in, and for Mason and our little Oak to be leading the way, chasing that little fox right up out of our space. It was unbelievable. They worked together so seamlessly. Here you see the rest of the little babies playing after this whole ordeal went down. But incredibly, our little Nicodemus saved Keturah's life. And what amazes me most is that his protector's heart is already in him. And after all that excitement, the dogs came back and just collapsed to rest, fully content after defending their flock. They did such an amazing job. They took such diligent care of the flock for the whole rest of the day. They kept watch and just were incredible at saving so many lives. And here's Amelia with her little four. And I thought we'd take a look at the security cam, see what's been passing throughout the night and early mornings. This whole week reminded me of Psalms 121, 7 through 8. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. Just like in the instance with Nicodemus, where he stood between Keturah and danger that she never saw it coming her way, God steps in for us. He steps in when we are unaware of the fox lurking nearby. Now, roosters get a bad reputation a lot of the time, but they are protectors by design. And Nicodemus showed us the beauty of that calling. So this week, I challenge you to evaluate what your calling is. Is it one that gets a bad rap? If so, don't let that deter you from stepping forward in all that you are meant to do. This calling is placed on you for a reason, for such a time as this. And so step forward boldly in that. And don't let somebody try and sway you otherwise when you know in your heart of hearts that this is what you were meant to do. This is what you were meant to step forward out into life doing. Thank you so much for joining me on this week's journey. From the hot days to our sweet little chicks to the incredible reminder of God's protection, this week has been full of lessons. And so until we meet again, I just thank you so much. Keep your feathers smooth, your fur soft, and your faith strong. From my flock, pack, herd, and heart to yours, God bless. We'll see you next time.